Bang! Yeah, 713, no 7 this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the 3, take the shot, here a cash short. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win in this last door. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Donte, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town Rundown. Let's get started right now.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on another wonderful Friday afternoon here. It's the HTOWN Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast show where we talk all things Houston Rockets. Be sure to follow the account on YouTube, X, and Instagram as well on the HTOWN Rundown. I got here my boy Ryan. I got my boy Donte here today, man. We're going to talk full Rockets preseason games between the Pelicans and Spurs. We went 3-1, guys. That's not bad for preseason basketball for us especially. So let's talk, man. Ryan, what's good, man? Where can we find you?
We are so back, man.
It's town back, baby. We back.
Houston Rockets basketball. It's a good feeling to know that the season starts on Wednesday against the Charlotte Hornets at home, 7 o'clock, Toyota Center. It's going to be a really good game, but season's finally upon us.
Dude, yeah, I'm so excited to talk ball, man. Donte, man. It's good to have you back, bro. How are you, Donte?
Oh, I ain't never left, but I'm good. I say, man, I've been waiting for this day for a long time, man. For a long time, been waiting for this day, man. Feel excited, to get our Rockets back, coming off the season we had last year. Just feel like we couldn't wait any longer to get our Rockets back in play. And I say, man, we look very good on that defensive side of the basketball. We'll get into that later, though.
Absolutely. I don't want to say night day difference between the Pelicans and Spurs game here, but I do want to say that Spurs game, after like the 8-minute mark in the second quarter, we just dominated. But let's talk about the Pelican games first. All right. So we ended up winning this game. Spoiler alert: we won the last 2 games, guys. If you haven't watched them, we won the Pelicans game. Ended up going 118-98 here in a pretty convincing fashion. Now, it was a little back and forth, I will say. At first, I was kind of with the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram was hitting shots. He was doing his thing. But for the most part, I would say it wasn't bad. I think we did a solid job here. You guys can agree or disagree with me. Go ahead.
Obviously, numbers are going to show that Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Fred VanVleet, and Ben Thompson, they all had great games. Ken Whitmore off the bench at 12. The player that really stood out to me in this game was Reed Sheppard.
Say it louder.
Reed Sheppard, for a rookie, no bias either. He looks very, very, very comfortable out there on the court. I mean, he looks like he's not obviously not a veteran, but there's always going to be a lot more for him to learn, which he understands. But coming into the league as a rookie and being able to play among some of the best in the league, going up against Brandon Ingram, I mean, it shows a lot from Reed Sheppard, his comfortability out on the court, finding people on his team like Alperen Sengun, splitting the ball, threading the needle to him in the post. I mean, in just taking crazy shots. I mean, he took what's the line? What's the NBA line? 24, 25, 26? The 3 line?
Oh, yeah, about 26.
It's about 26. Yeah, he must have taken a 30-foot shot at some point. I mean, and he made it too. The amount of confidence that kid has, it's out of this world.
Staying on Reed here, look at his percentages real quick here. I mean, he played about 21.5 minutes, right? 4 of 9. And he only went 1 of 5 from 3. But the 3 he did make, like you said, was bang, bro. That's what we needed. That was what do they call that last year? The moon shot? That's what that was.
Yeah, and another thing with just Reed Sheppard in his shooting and his comfortability is he's a rookie who knows how to get to his spot.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the ball. Let's say he's at the left wing, top of the key, grabs the ball. LP comes, sets a screen. Reed Sheppard goes around the screen, does a little bit of Chris Paul action, drive around the free throw line, pull up on one of the corners.
Yep. Yeah, on that right side.
His comfortability there with that little free throw mid-range pull-up game is what we've been talking about, what we want to see from Reed Shepherd, not just his three-point shooting. And that's what he's already showing.
Yeah, he's showcasing a lot of skills already.
Mm-hmm.
See, not to mention his playmaking on this. We'll talk about it more, man, but is Reed like the second best passer on the team already between him and Fred and Shake?
I think another
I
thing
don't know,
about
man.
Reed, a hot take with him, his defense has looked phenomenal.
For sure. Yeah, he
has been very hands-on with the ball.
Yeah. And running those lineups, him and Amen, I think is just a terror on the defensive end. And then not to mention we had Brooks Jabari out there as well as Steven Adams.
Mm-hmm.
That was that looked a lot better than what we had discussed in the pod. That was pretty good. And then just going along with that, like being able to have a man out there, what he was able to just get to the rack, dude. He was just levitating, and I can't wait to talk about more about him this game. But even against the Pelicans, he had a nice do you guys remember in the first year we drafted him last year, and we had those some of those plays coming out, and he was ball faking and then got to the rim.
Oh yeah,
that's such a shot. I see it every time, and I'm like, oh,
that
wide open. And
Amen had the Euro into a dunk last night.
Yes.
Euro into a dunk? Are you crazy? Come on.
Absolutely crazy. Donte, man, please, man, give us your thoughts on that. Bro is just like sitting here enjoying the conversation, man. Give us your thoughts on this Pelicans game, man.
Hey, man, this one thing I'm going to say, this defense look very good. And I was going to ask you a question, Preston. Is it okay if I could have a couple of them cookies? Because that's what Reed Shepherd did to Brandon Ingram the other night.
Yeah.
When you saw how good he played on him, how good he played. Just by Reed Shepherd being 6'2", the ball was thrown in a perfect spot, and Reed Shepherd also just took his wallet out of his pocket, just like that. And then he had athleticism that he had to able to go down the court and just dunk it with two hands. I've been very impressed with Reed Shepherd, especially his defense. Like I told y'all in preseason, that dude hands is quick, man. That dude hands is quick. I mean, his hands so quick, man, he can get away with stealing. His hands is so quick, that dude can get away with stealing real quick. So, I mean, you got to watch Reed Shepherd hands. His defense has been good. His one-on-one defense has been good, but playing the passing lane and just stealing the ball overall, I thought his defense been good. And again, like I said it earlier, same thing, man. I think this guy having a shot at being in the rotation, and he made the rotation. He's not only not made the team, I'm not talking about make the team. There's a difference between making the team and making a rotation. This guy is one of the few guys that comes off the bench for us. So been very impressed. Looks like a veteran. We've been saying all summer league long he not out there playing with those bums that we had on that team, on that summer league team. He's out there playing with the actual basketball team.
The big boys.
The big big dogs. And he's performing though. He's actually performing. Screen and roll, pass to LP or not. That mid-range shot, you might well go down quick. If he shoot that mid-range shot, you might well take the ball out because he's hitting that mid-range jump shot. And
put the points on the board there, man.
Not like Amen Thompson adding that mid-range to his game, that's gonna help him be unstoppable a whole lot more.
And Amen Thompson is something that I've taken away from his game last night and against the Pelicans, and also the two games before that. I forgot who we played. Who did we play the 2 games before that?
Nobody important.
we play. I think you talking about Oklahoma City or something.
Yeah, Utah and Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Something that I've noticed with Amen Thompson is he has not hesitated to shoot the ball. Anymore. He gets the ball. Sure, he'll stand there for maybe a second max, but if he's open, even if he's not in the lane or by the free throw line, he's going to take that shot. And that's something that I've really liked to see from him going into the season. I mean, we've talked about seeing his shooting percentage rise, but I think what I'm really enjoying seeing from him is not his shooting percentage rise, but seeing the amount of shots he's taking that aren't within 3 feet of the basket rise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely something to talk about.
I mean, Amen Thompson is going to get a lot of open looks. People are going to play off him. They're going to leave him open. And I like what Ryan said, like his ability in this whole preseason, not to just sit up there and hesitate. I didn't see this man get the ball last night, dribble the ball, step behind the line, and immediately just shoot the 3-point and make it. That's that confidence that you need to have, even though people are gonna play off you and they don't expect you to shoot as good. You still want to sit up there and take. You still want to take it just to keep the defense honest. Just to, like if you're making it, there's no way they can guard you. If you're making the 3-point ball, the mid range, there's no way they're gonna be able to guard you. So I like his confidence, and plus last night for what he did, I was like, what? He actually dribbled the ball, went backwards, and shot a 3-point shot, and just shot a 3 and made it.
Yes.
It made it. That's two. I've seen him take 2 threes this preseason.
He went 2 for 5 on threes in the preseason.
Yeah, no hesitation. The 2 that he made, no hesitation. You just shot it.
Now, somebody I want to talk about that we haven't, that I feel like isn't getting talked about enough. Is it time for any criticism? Again, it's preseason, so how much do we want to take away from preseason negatively, right? But
Josh Landale barely played.
Looking at Cam Whitmore and
Okay, so yeah, let's hit Cam Whitmore for a little bit. Let's give Cam Whitmore a few minutes of our time, right? Cam Whitmore, yesterday, Dylan Brooks described the game as a dress rehearsal. That's what he told Vanessa Richardson pregame, and that's what she reported. And something that I took away from that is Cam Whitmore's attitude. Just you could see him in the late fourth quarter when he was getting he didn't really get too many minutes with the big rotation. He kind of looked like the last guy of our core 7 coming off the bench, which is fine. I mean, I understand it. And I think with Cam Whitmore, he also had a very inconsistent preseason. I mean, his shooting was not good. It was
he only had one solid game. That was
he had one solid game. Exactly.
And Jalen played okay, and then after that, the last 3 were just kind of
right. In the dress rehearsal last night, that's why he played in the end of the fourth quarter with Nate Williams, I think is who played, or whoever, right?
Yep, Williams, Tate.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason we saw him getting those minutes is because his attitude, like I've mentioned in the past, hasn't looked great. And even last night, the camera panned. It was late in the fourth quarter. The Rockets were inbounding the ball. Cam Whitmore inbounded. And the look on his face, he just looked so out of it.
Yeah.
He looked up. You know what I'm saying?
Like he wanted to be there. Yeah, he didn't want to be
there. You
there.
know the clip I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he looked upset. Like he looked like he wasn't happy with the minutes he's getting. But I think it's also because he was even. I will say this: his defense was solid. He was playing good defense. It looks like his defense has improved a lot from last season, at least. But I think he's not realizing that his offense is the reason why he's playing at these late minutes in the fourth. Because he's seeing that his offense is not well. He's not shooting the ball well, but he's not taking advantage of being good on defense like we have seen him be.
Yep.
Rather, he's going to let his offensive game and the way he's playing offensively poorly get to his head, and that's going to cause him to not have a good attitude over it.
Right. Because like we're looking at the Pelicans game, right? You know, he ended up shooting 5 of 14. Again, it's preseason, so like overreact, But I mean, you know, he ended up playing 22 minutes, right? And Shepherd played just a minute less than him, but scored 3 less points on 5 less shots.
But one of them was more productive, and the other one of them was more productive and efficient. The other one wasn't.
Yep. And that's what it comes down to. And it is interesting because Cam, something that like AK, shout out AK Infinity on Twitter, has been saying a lot is like Cam is kind of like that microwave scorer, right? When he's hot, he's going to play. If he's not hot and he's not playing well, he's not going to play, right? And we saw that last night.
Okay,
we saw that with this game as well.
That's what I'm saying. Cam Whitmore, yes, not his entire game, but a lot of his game is offensive. That first game, I think it was against the Jazz, when he came out off the bench, he was a dog on defense.
Dude, he was playing with a lot more effort those first 2 games
than he did
these last 2 games.
I don't think he understands or realizes that he doesn't need to just be great on offense to be great all around.
What I don't know if it's really sticking with him, but in order to play on Ime's team, you gotta play well on defense. And
does this go back to the point where Cam Whitmore might be one of the ones to get traded?
Because I mean, looking at Dylan Brooks, right? His defense is what got him to the team, right? His defense is what kept him on the court for a lot of the year. Yes, was he great offensively? Sure. But what did Ime want? He wanted Dylan to go out there and guard the best man at all times out there. Right. I would say he did a pretty solid job. I'm not saying he's all NBA defensive guy, but at least consideration. And then in this game, he went 5 of 7, right? 3 of 4 from 3. That's kind of continuing from last season when beginning of the season he was just red hot. She was 60% from 3, couldn't miss a damn shot. Preseason he's been pretty consistent as well. He ended the game with 13 points on 7 shots. Dylan Brooks was looking nice, and he hit a pull at mid range on the corner, that left side there too as well. Dylan Brooks is, that's something to kind of watch out for.
Dylan Brooks he's been playing well in the preseason, but one thing I want to see from him is stop isoing so much. He's been taking the ball so much by himself in the post, not even the post, in between the 3-point line and the corner, and then like the post. But you know what? Like, sure, it works for him every now and then. He's taking these fadeaway shots, but it's just that's not what we are as a team.
Yeah, and that is something that hopefully we continue to see less of. But my comparison with Dylan Brooks and Cam is that if Cam wants to get the minutes with the big dogs, he's got to put more defense out there on the court, or he needs to become more if he's going to be an offensive heavy player, then he's got to get another offensive skill, whether it's playmaking or something along those lines. And this isn't to harp on Cam. This is just what I'm seeing out there. But again, hopefully going into the regular season, we'll see a change again. This is preseason, right? So overreacting a little bit right now, I'll say, but the energy, vibes, something to watch through the rest of the regular season and going forward. But another guy I want to focus on who looked phenomenal in his presser, who on media day, who was all energy and all hype, Jabari Smith Jr. So far in the preseason has not been ecstatic. Again, this is a game he only played 25 minutes, right? Went 4-13. Didn't make a single three. I don't want to say this is his best game so far, but 10 boards, 5 assists. He had 8 points. He was a +9 in minutes played. Donte, what are your thoughts on Jabari in this preseason game, man? Please tell me more.
First of all, I want to go back and touch on Cam and Bill. First of all, I don't think it's a problem with him going in the post and putting the ball on the floor. If you got a mismatch, you're going to do that. If you got a mismatch, if you got a smaller defender, you're going to put him in the post too. You'll put him in the post too. And the dude can score the basketball. This dude used to literally average 20 points per game. I don't mind him every now and then doing what he do. But this guy out here on fire, man. He's making shot after shot after shot. Count Whitmore, he's still going to get his minutes, but if he's not making a jump shot, then you can tell what kind of night he's having. If he's making a jump shot, he's going to just be an unstoppable player. But he's going to I think he will be fine. If he's struggling, Ime Udoka, trust me, Ime Udoka will put him out. We'll put him out on the bench. He will be put him on the bench. That attitude will be taken care of real quick if Ime Udoka see that. He will. We already know. What he do to Jayshawn Tate Press when he shot that 3-point ball?
Oh man, I wasn't ready. No, hang on. Guys, hang on. All right, Donte, ask me again. I'm ready.
What he do to Jayshawn Tate when he shot that? There you go. There you go. That the same thing gonna happen to Cal Whitmore, anybody. But talk about Jabari. Tell him about Jabari Smith though. About Jabari Smith. Again, he's just missing shots. He's just missing open shots. I think he's gonna start making them. I don't think like when you just because you're missing open shots, I don't think it's necessary like a bad game. It's just a bad shooting game. You can just say,
"Hey, watch out! Jalen misses open shots and the world's ending."
Yeah. But I like the shots though. I like the shots that he's taking. If they're open, I don't mind those type of shots. You're just having a bad shooting game. That's all. No, Jalen is making those. Jalen hit 7 threes last night. He did. Making those. So go ahead.
I agree with what you're saying about a bad shooting night's a bad shooting night, but a bad shooting night isn't just a bad shooting night if it affects your overall attitude going into the next few games as well. Because once it goes over to the next few games,
that's why we got that's what I'm saying. That's why we got Ime Udoka to take care of it. Exactly. That's why you got the coach. That's why we got the coach that we got that don't take no crap for nobody. Hey, if you got that attitude, you're gonna be gone again. Like Press said, you're gonna be gone if you got that attitude. You're gonna be on the bench. Yep. So that's gonna be the consequences right there. But Jabari Smith, I'll say he got a couple dunks in this preseason. When he's not making shots, he'll go in the post and he'll just shoot a turnaround, Jay. I like the way he's been protecting the rim on the defensive side of the basketball, even though he has not been making shots. But really, the one game, I think that I think this was New Orleans. And this is why I say Ime Udoka will take care of all these attitudes. It was one play in the New Orleans Pelicans game where Jabari Smith gets the ball on a fast break. Reed Shepard throws into it perfectly in his hands. He puts the ball down. If he keeps the ball up, that's over Alvarado. Matter of fact, he caught the ball over Alvarado. Instead of keeping the ball up and dunking it, he comes down with the ball. Now he gets the shot blocked. And you know what he do? He walks back on defense. And as soon as they make a shot, you know what Ime Udoka do? What he good at doing? Taking the time out. You know what Jabari Smith was? What he was, Press? Where he was. That's
on the bench.
That's why I say.
Hey, Jabari, you sit next to me right now.
Yeah, that's why I say if Cam want to have all those attitudes and anybody want to think they can do what they want to do, that's the same fate that they're gonna
This
suffer.
ain't Steven Silas ball,
He
baby.
put it right, but he didn't even go back on defense. Jabari didn't even get back on defense. So after they scored, he may do a call a timeout, and guess what? He was on the bench. He was on the bench, and that's what. If you don't play hard, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be on the bench.
Okay, so look, I'm going to speak my piece about Jabari Smith Jr. quickly. I think it looks like Ime Udoka wants to have Şengün and Jabari out on the floor together at all times. If I've noticed that whenever Jabari's on the court, Şengün is, but it's not that whenever Şengün is on the court, Jabari is. That's one thing I noticed, and he's also it looked last night like he drew up a lot of plays for Jabari off of Şengün, also off of Dylan Brooks. But I think that also goes back to having Şengün and Jabari out on the court together. And it's almost like the same with Amen Thompson and Tari Eason for that defensive factor, right? When you have Tari Eason out on the floor, Amen Thompson is also out there at the same time. But it's not vice versa. It's not that when Amen Thompson is out on the court, Tari is at all times.
That's something to look at for sure. That's not a crazy take, actually.
And I think it balances the minutes within our roster.
Sure.
And I think with that balancing the minutes, it's the defensive factor, the offensive factor, and that's just the way that I think the season is going to go. That's how it looks last night in dress rehearsal. So,
for sure. Now, before we officially talk about the Spurs game, it seems like we very lackadaisical for the Pelicans game. We're all excited about the Spurs game. I'm ready to get into it. So before we get into it, guys, stay tuned to figure out how you can win this Dunks or Not bobblehead. I know you guys like the hometown hero stuff, so we're giving away something for free here, but stay tuned to figure out how you can win it. Now,
no, Jake, go take it before I get it from Preston.
Now let's talk about this Spurs game real quick. I'm booting it up real quick, guys. I'm a bad host for not having it ready to go. I apologize. There we go. Now, there are a lot of takeaways, I would say, from this game. I'm going to be humble here and not start off with the GOAT, of course, on the team. But let's start with, let's start with Alper Şengün, all right? He went 9 of 12. He was pretty phenomenal here. Went 75% from the field. He didn't get a chance to make a three, but boy, was he aggressive tonight. He had 8 free throws again. I'm looking at the wrong guy here. He had 10 boards. He had 21 points here. And, yeah, something we got to talk about, right? Like I said, didn't get a chance to make a three. But free throws. Free throws throughout the preseason has been a struggle. I think that's pretty obvious.
Alper Şengün, though, his free throws have gone up.
We're hoping. I don't know percentage-wise. He's taken more for sure. But the last 2 games,
percentage-wise, his free throws in total have gone up. Maybe not the last 2 games, but the first 2 games he was shooting I think in the preseason.
He was like 17 for 18 in free throws.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm getting to is the inconsistency of the free throws, right? You can't go 17 of 18 and then go 3 of 10. You know what I mean? Because then it's balancing out at that point, right? What do we talk about with Jalen, guys? Consistency. So I'm holding everyone to that same standard, boys. We just got to be consistent around here. But I did like the rebound.
Yeah, I think
saw him put up 21 and 10. However, he only had 2 assists. Didn't seem like he was used as a primary facilitator, but he was used as a more of like an off-ball playmaker. He didn't initiate the play, but he would help create and finish the play, which is really interesting to see him used because you had Reed out there with him, you had Fred out there with him, and a couple other guys that would help play make as well. But that's Şengün, pretty solid. Can we talk about the elephant in the room though between Şengün and whoever that center is on the Spurs, man? What is his problem with Şengün? I understand that getting dunked on is a bad look, but who is that fool? You know who I'm talking about. What's his name? Zach Collins? Bro.
Oh, that's not who I thought you were talking about.
No. We already know the French baguette was missing out, man.
I thought you were talking about the guy that was ducking Şengün.
No. Look, that French toaster was hanging out on the bench. We saw him sitting there with CP0 rings. Is okay.
Hey.
They got the replacement out there.
Hey, just because you weren't there for 2018 doesn't mean I wasn't.
Hey, it don't matter, man. We out here.
No, do not disrespect Chris Paul.
All I'm gonna say is the Spurs. You know, they just, you know what I mean? You know, they gotta sit on the bench because they know they're gonna get torched anyway. And look what we did to them. That's all I gotta say. Şengün, though. Please, anybody else pick another guy and go.
What did Chris Paul do to you, bro?
Nothing. He's just on the wrong team. I gotta disrespect him.
He used to be with us.
Used to.
He brought us to the Holy Land without the finals because he got hurt.
He's not anymore.
You know what? He still did a lot for Houston in his 2 years with us.
I'll give him his respect once he retires. Then I'll stop talking shit. But until then,
there's a difference between Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama. Don't ever put them in the same conversation.
They're on the same team.
So
hey, calm down. Breathe, Ryan. Breathe. Unclench. What you got for me?
Okay, well, Jalen Green, player of the preseason for the Rockets.
That's my goal, baby.
Minus that one game, I think it was against the Thunder. I mean, he played really efficiently for Houston. He was consistent, and he shot, I think, almost 43% from the field and almost 43% from three as well throughout the preseason. And look, again, it's preseason, it's not the regular season, so I'm not going to sit here and overreact, but that's what the Rockets do.
No. Overreact, bro. 30 points casually on 16 shots. I'll give him. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to overreact because I don't want to get my hopes up as a Rockets fan, but I will say that if this is how Jalen Green is going to perform throughout the season, he can be a top 15 player. But
that's not crazy.
I think without overreacting, he's going to be a top 35 player in the league. He will hopefully be consistent and efficient, average 20 to 23 on almost 45% shooting.
That's not crazy to say. Boys, Jalen, phenomenal 30 ball. You guys know where Jalen stands over here, you know. H-Town, Jalen stands. Everyone likes Jalen besides AD on the pod here. So
yeah, no, AD is a tweaker, bro.
We're throwing shade to AD right now. I can't wait for him to comment later.
Yeah,
but Jalen, man, he went 7 to 13 from three.
AD's opinion on Jalen Green to me is equivalent to your take on Chris Paul. I mean, it stoops that low.
It's okay. You're allowed to think that, even if your opinion is wrong, and I respect it. But look, regardless of how that happens, Jalen had a phenomenal preseason, and Şengün also played pretty great this game. Jabari as well went 11 points at 9 boards, and he went 5 of 8. This is the game that we kind of needed from him, especially getting blocked by CJ McCollum or last game. Not phenomenal.
CJ McCollum. It was CJ McCollum.
Yeah. Had mouse in the house, ended up, gripping up on him. I was not a fan of that. But what I will say is that this game, Jabari was more willing to take the shots, right? He did take some of the flow of the offense, but something that was interesting is like he almost lost his confidence for a minute there. Did you guys see that? When he was standing on the top of the three, he got the ball, and then instead of shooting it, he passed it back. I forget to who, and then he dove to the paint and ran back out to three, then got the ball again and shot at that time. He did. That was his only 3-point make.
That was at the beginning of the first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the plays that was drawn up to happen.
Yeah.
Me watching that to me did not look like it was a loss of confidence. That looked like that was a play that was drawn up because if you were watching the entire play, there was a screen set on the left wing to get defenders distracted. So Jabari went around, hit the post, came back up for an open three while defenders were distracted on the other side of the court.
True.
And that to me looked like it was a play drawn up.
Sure. And I respect it. I think Jabari should have just shot that wide open thing, though, when he got it at first. He was wide open.
I agree. But
he should just pop that thing, man.
Sure, right. But I think what ended up happening is that he did have an open three.
Mhm.
They ran the play and he had an open three.
Yeah.
I think that was
Either way, he still shot it and made it. Either way, he ended up catching it again and making it. But I want to see the aggressiveness, which we saw with some of those rebounds. He got down low. Hey, Donte, what we say we needed Jabari to do? Be aggressive.
Be
That's what he
aggressive.
was doing this game. Being aggressive and getting the rebounds. Between him, Şengün, and Adams, I don't think we're going to get out-rebounded.
No,
ever.
especially not with Steven
no.
Adams.
We dominated on the boards last
Yeah,
night.
we not when Steven
might
Adams in
not
the game. No.
And especially, I mean, Tari Eason coming back too. I mean, he only played 14 minutes.
And Amen. Don't forget Amen.
5 guys have on the court that can all get at least 8+ rebounds. Is
And
that
also another thing that really stood out to me about Reed Shepherd's game? I'm almost his age. He's 20. I'm almost 20. He's 6'3", going into the paint from the 3-point line to try and get a rebound.
he did? He got a couple, didn't he? He got a couple
Yes, that's
inside
what I'm
rebounds.
saying.
Bro, who? Hey, did y'all hear that last night? He said, "Stop stealing my rebounds." Who was it?
Yeah,
Was
that's
it
Steven Adams.
Yeah, because it was one play. It was one play that the Rockets missed a jump shot, and then he jumps way from the free throw line just to get the rebound. They get the rebound. They really took it away. That was some crazy. That was crazy right there.
Dude, Reed. At first, I thought that was like Fred because it was like kind of near Fred when he got the rebound. But yeah, Steven Adams makes more sense. Dude, Reed, I don't even care that he went 1 of 4 this game. And ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? He went 1 of 4 and no one give up. I mean, 3 assists, right?
Just like he looks so good. Pause, but like you know what I'm saying? Like he looks insane out there.
Yes, I agree. Something also worthy of noting is all Rocket starters, all 5, were in double figures for this game. I think we combined for like.
And we had 2 players off the bench, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 at least. I know Thompson was. Let me see.
Yeah, Thompson with a cool 18. The
Yeah.
most
And what, how many minutes?
nonchalant 18, 20
And I
minutes.
think he played 20 minutes, correct? Yes.
Yeah, the most nonchalant 18-piece I've seen in preseason. Super fluid. Let's talk about him, man. You said he Euro stepped into that dunk. You see him fly? Bro was in flight school, bro. He 1-2 and he lifted off, bro. Bro, he is born to be a Rocket. Do you see the elevation he's getting? It's absolutely insane.
Also,
Absolutely insane.
I think with the men, we figured out what position he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing that dunker spot.
Yeah.
That's
Come on,
what
come on, the power forward. Come
So
on, the power forward. He gonna be playing the power
Yeah.
forward. Yeah, okay.
That's what that
no,
sounds
I don't
like.
even. No, I think he's legit going to be a point forward. Like that's. Not, I think he's going to create that position. The
Well,
fact
yeah.
that
Well, hang on. He ain't creating it because Ben Simmons existed, man. Come on, breathe.
what?
Ben Simmons existed a long time ago, remember?
Okay, sure. Giannis exists too, right? But Amen Thompson is a completely different player.
Interesting.
Than Ben
that's an
Simmons.
interesting take. That's an interesting take. Ben, I don't know. I think people sleep on Ben, man. I think people sleep on Ben for sure.
I think Amen Thompson.
Back in the day, prime Ben.
Yeah,
Like-
4 years Ben.
He's just going to be so good.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah. Go
if
ahead.
he keeps shooting,
He made 2 mid ranges and 1 3 this game. Am I wrong? He made 1. He had this
he
pull up.
went 1 for 2 on threes yesterday, I think.
Yep. Yeah. He did his own setup dribble like he was playing 2K. Bang that 3. I remember yelling green, stand it up. That was crazy. And then
Did you actually do that? Watching Amen Thompson shoot a 3?
absolutely, bro. That shit was crazy. It was after he made
There's
it. though.
no way that
was after
you
he made it.
stood up
It was
because
after
the
he made
dude.
it. It was
What?
after he made it. It was after he made it. I started yelling green. Come down, breathe.
No, you stood up and went crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was like green.
It's a
It was
preseason game, dog.
Huh?
It's a preseason game, bro.
I don't give up. It's Rockets, baby. We all energy. Every game. Preseason, not preseason.
I
Every
guess
game.
when I think about that, I think of the way I reacted to James Harden when he jumped over the ball when Lou Dort threw it at his legs. That was a game 7. This is very different. This is a preseason game.
Bro, I'm hyped for any game, Rockets. Come down.
I don't blame you. I am too. But doing the most for an Amen Thompson 3?
Wait, he's been consistent. This
Sure,
preseason
he's
for
been
30.
consistent.
We're persistent. You got to hype it up. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to respect.
I'm
the show.
here. I'm here all for it, right? I'm just saying it's a little interesting.
Nope. Yeah, it's interesting that I support my players in anything and everything that they do on the court.
You're sprinkling a little bit of pink Himalayan salt over Ben Thompson there, bro. It's a little crazy.
I mean, he is. I'm not gonna say that on the stream, but look, guys, Amen has been playing pretty phenomenal. And that mid range too he took was crazy. Not that it was crazy as in like off the dribble shot, but more or less just how he was able to get to a spot and drain it. Again, AD said something about, Amen might be the best player on the team. I'm not going that far, but I am going to say he has looked like he's improved completely.
The best player on this team is Alperen Şengün. I think we can all agree on that. In 5 years, it's going to be Şengün or Reed Shepherd.
Wow, that's an interesting take. That's actually pretty sizzling hot. That's actually – I disagree with that fully. But
what do you think? You think it's going to be Jalen Green? Because I mean, look, I don't disagree with you. Jalen Green will be great, hopefully.
And the water's crisp, you know what I mean?
The next 5 years, the best player is still going to be LP. As long as we have LP, that's going to be our best player.
Yeah. That's right, Donte. Say it louder for the people.
I think Jalen Green can be the best scorer. Like I say, if Jalen Green can, like if he can do this in the carry this on to the regular season versus Charlotte, what he doing in the preseason, don't you know how good our Rockets going to be?
And also,
guys,
another
if
thing,
Jalen averages 26, 25 this season, hey,
Preston will do unthinkable and unspeakable things.
Preston's gonna turn cartwheels and backwards flip if he do that.
Nah,
he gonna be on Twitter talking all kind of noise about it.
You know those videos with people pouring honey on their jerseys and stuff, bro. This guy's gonna go crazy. I can't wait. It's gonna be crazy. Jalen, I'm here for you, buddy. Go crazy, please. 25. That's all I'm asking. 25, please. But let's move on, man. Let's move on. We talked about Jalen. We talked about LP and Reed and a couple other guys here. Someone we haven't talked about much about though is Fred. He's playing quarterback. I think he's just getting them assists. He only had 5 in this game, I believe. Yeah, he only had 5, but 15 points and 12 shots. He had a couple nice threes too. But it's not that he was getting assists. It's just how well he was moving the ball, right? Something that was interesting was like, go ahead.
What were the first 2 games that Fred VanVleet played in? I think it was Utah and then the one before and I think Pelicans maybe, right?
Yeah. It was the first game and then the third and fourth game. Those
before halftime, Fred VanVleet had 8 assists in both games.
Yeah. That's Fred. Yeah. That's something to think about, man. That's something really to think about.
If he continues to move the rock like this throughout the season, and you know what another thing about this team is? The depth of this Rockets team goes so deep. Bro, it's like the Mariana Trench. Like, bro, this Rockets team is our second rotation is the Detroit Pistons starting lineup and better.
Oh, damn. The Pistons catching strays. No way, bro. I'm not gonna disagree.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, our second rotation is a starting team for some teams. I mean, Steven Adams coming off the bench, I want to say is just ridiculous. Amen Thompson coming off the bench is ridiculous. What?
That's what I'm getting to. Amen and Tari coming off the bench.
And Reed?
Don't you know how many teams? Don't y'all know how many teams Tari Eason can start for right now? He can start for so many. Teams. You know how good this dude actually is, and how you know he can start for probably most teams in the NBA because teams already tried to get him. They already tried to get him.
They've been trying to get him since his rookie year.
Yes.
Immediately they said, "Yo, Tari Eason, what do you want for him?" We're like, "Nothing." You are not for sale. He is not.
And people are out here comparing him to Herb Jones, Trey Murphy.
Don't get me wrong. I do like Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but
Tari Eason is just better.
I know. I think the Herb Jones comparison is more better because they both defensive.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think Tari Eason can do more than Herb Jones. I think he put the ball on the floor a little bit better. But I like the comparison of both of them. But not Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy can shoot the heck out the basketball.
Yeah, Tari Eason's role is just completely different here. And with that being said, I think his value is different. But GMs, they see it. They're like, this guy for real. And he's making layups. That is my only criticism. Just keep making your layups. That's all I care about. Keep doing you, Tari, making those layups, man. I love it. And he had 3 assists out there, man. And he had 5 boards. And I don't care that he had a couple fouls. I'm not gonna lie. He was being aggressive, and that's what we like to see. Just getting out there and being completely aggressive, Tari Eason. That's what we love to see. He is here to stay. Faux show. Last player I think we need to cover in this was Cam Whitmore. Only 3 shots, 14 minutes played. He had donut. He was +7. He had 2 assists and a board and a turnover and a foul, but no points. Ryan, I want you to tell me about Cam, man. You kind of talked about it a little bit, but yeah, Cam in this game, 14 minutes, 0 points, only 3 shots.
I mean, he, like I said, going into the season, and we've seen how the minutes are going to be distributed. I mean, we would have thought maybe we'd see Cam Whitmore get a little bit more minutes, but his attitude, at least from what it looked like, he obviously can't speak because we're not him, we're not there, we're not part of the team. We can't really say. But from an outside perspective looking in, his attitude didn't look great, and I think that's what's going to keep him at that 7th spot on the bench for the core 7.
You know what's interesting when I'm looking at the minute spread? Reed and Tari Eason both played more minutes than Cam. Tari Eason I expected. I did not expect Reed to play.
I expected it with Reed.
I told you,
watching the first 3 games,
preseason. I was saying it the whole time in preseason. This dude gonna play, bro. I'm telling you.
You're right. No, y'all right, and that's why I'm on here saying like I'm surprised, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm looking at this and it's like, man,
this is legit my GOAT right here.
At the end of the day, what does Cam have to do to really crack this rotation? Because like, who's he gonna have to jump, right? Because we're looking at Dylan Brooks as not being here, for very long. But is Cam gonna wait for DB to be gone in order to have a bigger role? That's kind of my question. We're talking about contracts and people moving up in the world and whatnot. But that's something I want your guys' opinions and thoughts on that. Do you think Cam's gonna wait for DB to be gone so we can have a larger role and get for sure, quote unquote, more minutes? Or do you think maybe he's gonna get a little antsy?
No, he's in. I'm gonna say this: he's in the rotation. He just ain't in the starting. That's all. He's a big part of the rotation. He's just not starting. As long as DB continue to play well, he's gonna keep. DB is gonna.
DB's starting until
he's gonna continue to start until that time. But Cam, if he just gotta go out there and play his game and just if he can just make his jump. Last year he made it at 36% clip. So. He made a lot. If he can if he can make that, that will take his game a long way. But as long as he's a part of the 7-man rotation, he's gonna get his minutes. But if he struggles, somebody else is gonna get Reed Shepherd. You're gonna see Reed Shepherd get those minutes. You're gonna continue to see Dylan Brooks get those minutes. And like I say, Reed Shepherd, man, like I say, he deserves all the minutes. And Aaron Holiday, look what he's doing. He coming off the bench with with
high energy guy now too.
High energy too. I love me some Aaron Holiday. But again, hey, you were brought here to be one of the veterans of this team. You were not brought here. You played last year because Amen Thompson went down and you played great. And Ime Udoka found a way, just like me and Press said last year. They found a way to keep him in the lineup, and he did. He found a way to keep him in the starting lineup because how well he was playing. Now Reed Shepherd comes in. The only way Aaron Holiday would crack the rotation if Reed one of them go down, and that's a good veteran you need to have on his team. Okay, that's why Jeff Green is on his team. That's why Jock Landale will be on his team. Till someone go down, who? Jock Landale. That's why he's on his team.
Wait, what about Jack? What about Jack? We didn't even talk about Jack yet.
You talking about Jack McVay? He holding the towels right now, but he'll get his opportunity.
That's crazy.
I like Jack McVay, man. I like Jack, man.
He hit that clutch shot, sending us to OT. Jack, in my opinion, I think he earned that 15th spot. Just me. Yeah. You hit a clutch shot, even if it was preseason. I don't give up. You overtime. Yeah, you can.
But if Jack McVay don't make it, If Jack McVay don't make it, I'm gonna blame Preston for that if he don't make it. But you know who got his 15 spot if he don't make it though, huh? You know, Jason Tate will have a 15 spot. You know,
Isn't he the 14th spot?
Oh yeah, he is the 14th spot.
He already on the team.
Wouldn't it be Thon Maker?
Bro, what is up with Thon?
No, I think we cut. Did we release him?
No, we kept him. He's on a two-way, I think.
Okay.
Bro,
He gone.
Thon.
I could be wrong.
Hey.
Gone.
Guys,
Maybe I'm wrong then.
Yeah, he been gone.
No. He might. Yeah, Tate been gone. Guys, so ESPN released something here. I'll let Ryan break the news and I'll find the post real quick. Go ahead, Ryan. About Jalen.
Yes. Oh, really? No, I'm gonna break news about Jock Landale being traded. No, I wish. So yeah, Jalen Green. Shams reported that there is no max contract being talked about right now, and what was pretty much it's just not being talked about. There's no vision of it right now. Yeah.
So I won't lie.
No, it was with LP too?
Yeah. Jalen, I won't lie. Jalen Green. Ryan.
No!
He said, yo. Okay, I won't lie. With Jalen Green, how last year went, I'm kind of not surprised. You know what I mean? I think that's like pretty common knowledge. But with Alfred Şengün, that is surprising. And that's something I want to talk about because he's so adamant about getting a deal done. And obviously his guys are pushing for a deal. And we saw training camp day one, he was like, someone reported from the Houston Chronicle that a deal was close to being done. And considering that there's no max contract on the table at all for LP, do you think that this is saying like, it's not on the table for one of them, and I'm saying both of them, or do you think he's 100% telling the truth that neither
Play the
one?
clip. Let's see.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it, boys.
It's a sad day for Houston fans.
The Rockets front office and both Jalen Green, Alperen and their camps, they've had productive conversations, resourceful conversations. But at the end of the day, both players have belief and obviously in their play and their production last season and what their ceiling could be, that they are maximum contract type of players potentially down the line. So the Rockets will present and have presented both players with deals that does bring some level of stability right now. But if both players want to bet on themselves and play it out into the year, into restricted free agency, that's really the tug and pull right now. These players that are up for extensions, there's not a max contract on the table right now. If there was, there would have been an extension signed. So I think between now and Monday, you're going to see a level of stability in these contract offers. But at the end of the day, both players will have to make determinations. Will we want to?
Yeah. Give me your thoughts, boys. Let's react to that. Again, like I said, with Jalen, I'm not entirely surprised. I'm not like, it's not anything crazy to say. But with Şengün, I don't know. It's kind of making sense as to why a deal hasn't been done. And I actually had an argument with some Rockets fans or not Rockets fans, some Magic fans on Twitter, and we had just discussed, about how Şengün versus Paolo and even Franz Wagner, and their entire argument is that the reason Şengün isn't better than either of those two players is because he doesn't have a deal. I think that's an interesting argument. Do I agree? Not necessarily with Franz, but with Paolo. I mean, right? Give me your thoughts. Let's react to that.
I think that Magic fans might be a little bit they need a checkup.
Hey, bro, they still soar over 94, 95.
Yeah, so the reason that they haven't gotten they're not as good is because they don't have a contract.
That's the argument.
Dwight Howard is better than a lot of players in the league right now that are on the bench. He could be our 15th spot right now. Not saying I want him to be, but he could be. He's better than our 15th spot.
I don't know about all that, to be honest. I think that
okay, Dwight Howard or Jason Tate?
Bro, I'm taking Jason Tate. Come on, man.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking Tate. Bro, Tate brings No offense to Dwight.
Sorry,
man.
no,
Love him. He's like 90 years old, bro.
I'm getting nostalgia to when I was like 10 years old. Okay.
Yeah, you are. What nostalgia, bro? Dwight had
Dwight
like
Howard and James Harden.
eight good years, and then that was.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I think they're gonna get a deal done. They're gonna get a deal done. Whether if it's the start of the season, like Sham say, Monday, like whatever. I think they're gonna get a deal done. They help both sides. That way we can stop worrying about all these contract issues. I think they're gonna get a deal done. Whether if it's this month, whether if it's like he said on Monday or during the season, depends on how we're doing. I think a deal will get done. I think it will get done during the season. So yeah, I'm not concerned, not afraid of anything. I think everything's gonna be fine. I think everything's gonna be fine, especially if Jalen keep looking the way he's looking and shooting that 3-ball very well. That 3-ball look good coming out his hand. Yep. I like the chances.
You know, my question is, if a deal is not done before, I don't know when the deadline is. I think it's like a week or two after the All-Star break. So say a deal isn't done before then. Do you think they walk one or both of them?
I don't think they walk.
You don't think either one walks if the deal isn't done by the deadline?
I think that they both want to be here. The money just probably isn't right for both of them right now.
Well,
and I mean, it's restricted, right? So the Rockets could match, correct?
Yes, they have the opportunity to match, yes.
Right.
So if someone goes and offers Şengün a max deal somewhere else, so some like bad team, let's say like the Wizards, that's are the Rockets going to match that? Because obviously they're not giving him a max now, so will they offer him a max then is the question. And obviously it depends on play. But if we're talking about Şengün right now, how he is, the 21, 9.5, and 5 guy that he is, if the Wizards offer him a max right now, the Rockets, are they matching that? That's a question.
They're matching it.
You think the Rockets are matching because they're not offering him a max right now?
I think that at the end of the season, if Şengün is playing at least how he played last season, if not better, which he probably will be,
yeah, he will.
Match the max.
Cool.
Also, I just really don't want to see Şengün go down that bad of a rabbit hole to the point he's playing for Washington.
Yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. That'd be like going to Brooklyn or like the Pistons.
Yeah, that'd be like being a Rockets fan in the 2022 year.
Not that bad, actually, honestly. I'm okay with that.
Or fine, maybe the wow factor year.
Wow factor. Donte over. Oh man, those are some great years of basketball for sure, man. Great few games.
Oh yeah. Anthony
Donte,
Lamb, greatest Rockets player of all time.
Donte, if Green, so we're talking about LP here. If Jalen Green, do you think if he doesn't get extended, or gets the money by the extension, do you think he's walking?
You say what?
If Jalen Green doesn't get the money he wants by the extension, like expiration date or whatever, come February, do you think he's walking?
No, I think he's staying because I think we're gonna pay him. I think we'll find a way to pay him.
I hope so. I really hope so, man.
I hope he is too. I just hope he just gets on fire and stay on fire. That's the best thing. Whatever what happened, because last year, like at the end of the season, he was probably played like he was the best player in the league. But if he can carry that on to the start of the season, I'm telling you, we will be. Jalen Green is the key to unlock this team full potential. Actually, is the key to unlock this team full potential.
The Rockets are the best team they can be when Jalen Green is playing at his best level.
Yes, the Rockets will be hard to beat if he plays that way.
What's that phrase everyone's been saying that I've been seeing? Şengün is the floor and Jalen's the ceiling.
Yeah, no, I said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
AK, I think AK said it on RRR as well. I don't want to falsify where I'm getting my sources. Though.
Maybe I got it.
It's just like I ain't trying to bring this show up. When we were little kids. When we all little kids, we all used to watch Power Rangers, right? And everybody.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something like.
No.
Yeah, no, me too, Brett. I was like, if Preston doesn't know it, there's no way I know it.
Yeah, we all used to watch Power Rangers as little kids, so you already know. We don't know what Ranger was beating second command, but we all know the Red Ranger is the leader, right? But the Red Ranger is the strength of the squad. That's what Jalen Green is. He's basically the Red Ranger. He's the strength. He's not the leader, but he's the strength of the squad. He's the strength. Okay. And Sengun is like the blue. It's like the blue or green, whatever it is. Like he's like the second in command. He's our best. He's our best fighter. But Jalen is the strength of the squad.
So Sengun is Patrick, or Sengun is SpongeBob, and Jalen is Patrick.
Nah, huh?
Batman and Robin.
he didn't even let him finish. He said, nah.
Nah.
Okay, guys, I think that's all we got here for the podcast. So be sure to follow at the H-Town Rundown to be sure to check up and keep up with us.
Hey, I should post that one. I like that. I like that little thing that I made of Jalen Green. Just the red. He the strength. He basically the strength of the team. The team
Absolutely
clicks right when he goes.
Absolutely, and he's not wrong here. But be sure to follow at the H-Town Rundown on YouTube, Instagram, as well as X, guys. And if you want to, if you're interested in winning this Hometown Heroes Dunkster Not for free, yeah, it's gonna get shipped to you for free.
Go grab it.
Come get it. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel and comment down below your thoughts on preseason, just anything and everything like that. Just let us know. Take a screenshot and send it over to the H-Town Rundown X account. We want it in the DMs as proof, so I ain't gotta go through all the comments. I appreciate y'all, man. But be sure to go through all that and follow the account, man. Hit the subscribe button. We need you. We need you. Donte,
Why does the H-Town Rundown account not follow me?
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Donte, where can we find you? Oh, he gone, bro. He said, yeah.
My bad. Y'all can find me right here at the H-Town Rundown. My two guys, our boy, AD as well. Y'all can find me also on Instagram at Coach Donte5 on X. So Coach Donte. And remember what Coach Donte said, y'all. Jalen Green is the strength of the team. Al P is the best fighter. He's the best fighter, but Jalen Green is the strength to make the engine go of this team.
Yeah, bro, he's the gasoline. I love it. Ryan, bro, where can we find you?
You already know where to find me at Ryan Diamond 15 on Instagram, at Ryan Diamond 15 on Twitter. Y'all can find me at Rockets on Sports Illustrated. Y'all can find me here at the H-Town Rundown podcast as well as the Rockets Round Robin podcast.
Bro said, you guys know where to find me. Ain't no one know where to find him. Guys, you can follow me at drip2piece_JWD on X as well as Instagram, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And guys, remember,
Preston thinks he's God.
I am the GOAT for sure. It's not crazy. It's not crazy to say, guys. But if you want the free 99, guys, how many things go away for free these days, man? We give it away for free. Comment down below, man. Send us a screenshot and on the Twitter page of your comments. Just let us know what's going on. I'm interested in your thoughts of the preseason. Give me your overreactions. Jalen Green, 30 ball, man. We out.